If you've followed me for a while, you'll know I always say I like an adventure. Well, this is probably the best adventure yet. The boardwalk and pathways are so overgrown it's almost impassable. I'm at Brundall Church Fen. Have you visited here recently? I'm going to try and get down to the river, but whether I'll have to turn back, I really don't know. So let's have a look and see how bad it is. It isn't just overgrown beside the boardwalk, it's overgrown above your head as well. I've got to crouch right down, and of course I'm well aware that this is prime tick foliage. So I'm trying to manoeuvre past the stingy nettles, all the overgrown plants, and I'm trying to get through. And then you get to a cleared area when it's not as bad. Finally, the roof of a boat is in sight, so I'm not far away now. But can I get the whole way along the boardwalk? This is the question. I've eventually made it down to the river. Perfect timing for a boat going past. There are several boats moored here, but they've all got people on, so I'm far too close to film them. For a sandwich and a drink, I decide to see if I can get along the other path that doesn't have the boardwalk instead. See if that's perhaps easier, not so overgrown. And things were going really well, and I thought I'm making progress until I saw all this mud, and you have to try and balance on a tree trunk to get across. There was no way I was going to risk that. So a moment of panic, thinking, oh no, I've got to go back through all the foliage along the boardwalk to get back. And I thought, what am I going to do? So I just stood beside the river, contemplating my life choices and if I could jump across that muddy area. But of course, I didn't know what other muddy patches would be further ahead. So I'm here now trying to be clever and look at the bank opposite and wondering if they were kingfisher nests, those holes on the bank on the opposite side. So basically at this point, I'm just killing time, filming anything I can see. I haven't actually moved away from the area. I'm still thinking, am I really going to have to go back through where I've just walked along the boardwalk? And yes, it was the safest option, despite the fear of ticks, because you all know, I've shown you in the past, I've had a huge tick on my back and had to have that removed. But I've just got to go for it. I can't be jumping in mud or falling in mud. I have to be sensible about these things. But is it sensible walking along here, risking ticks? Well, this side is more entertaining for all of you. And yeah, you can just see how overgrown it is. But as I say, I do enjoy an adventure when I'm out filming for you all. For those of you who have had a tick in the past, you'll understand when I say that walking this side, for me, is more stressful than the jumping over the thick mud and falling in that. I'd rather fall in the mud than I would get a tick. Now remember, they can be sort of waist height on the foliage. So here is extremely dangerous in my opinion. Stress levels are high. I'm right under the leaves. Leaves are either side, above. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm probably paranoid about them. But I can assure you, it is not a pleasant experience getting one. You do get a tingling sensation. So, of course, now I feel I've got the tingling sensation. But I've checked, double checked, quadruple checked, and I can't see anything. But it doesn't burrow in straight away. It's just awful. I can't even think about it. But look, these dogs took my mind off everything. 3 dogs, 3 different colours, all the same breed. They were just adorable. It's quite warm and humid in here amongst the plants, so it feels a bit tropical rather than the Norfolk Broads. When I visit here, I always bump into Jean. I mentioned her in my last video when I was here. So she and I must have chatted today for about an hour and a half. And in fact, she was so long chatting with me that her husband came out to try and find her and see where she was. It was very lovely to see you both today and lovely to finally meet you, Ian. I'll see you both again soon. I was explaining to them how I visit all the different places in all the different seasons. So every 3 months on a rotation, I'm back at the same place. I'll add my last visit that I filmed here to the end of this video so you can see how it looked on that occasion. Thank you all for watching. Have a good week, and I'll be back next Thursday with a new place for you.